Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod. Welcome back to Broken Roads. Last time I did uh, character creation and personality quiz. Now I'm going to go through and do the tutorial area. Uh-huh. Try to find manure piles. I found one. Oh, here's one. These look like Yorkshire pigs. Can't tell for sure since the art style is a bit of a painting look to it. Those definitely look like Yorkshire. Taylor's farm windmill. The whole structure sways slightly as you climb the rusty ladders. You can hear the straining of the windmill before you can see the mechanism properly. It's trying to turn in the weak breeze, but something is stopping it. Examine the windmill. It's not moving and some of the parts look rusty. As far as you can tell, there's no reason it shouldn't be moving. It just isn't. Maybe some oil would help. Try to spin the windmill by hand. You grab the hot metal, but the vanes won't move. Something inside must be keeping them still. Kick the windmill. You hold on to the tower and give one of the vanes a hefty kick. It bends slightly and your foot hurts, but that's all that happens. You've done absolutely nothing to help the situation, but that inanimate object now bloody well knows its place. Leave the windmill alone for now. Whitey, this ragged-eared jumbuck has gotten its head stuck in the fence while trying to eat a nearby bush. He looks at you with a ruminant hatred as he stands perfectly still, legs spread from where he braced to try and pull himself free. As you regard his predicament, it lets out a massive fart and a wet slop of manure lands on the dry grass behind him. You and me both, pal. His face tenses and he lets forth another torn of shit. Then he calmly resumes chewing. Examine the fence. He shifts minutely and you see suddenly the part of the fence he's got his head stuck in is actually a flap that he could pull free at any time if he's desperately wanted. A good shooting would make it easier for him, though. You wrap around his hand around his fluffy neck and have to jerk him quickly away again after he comes at you, teeth gnashing. He swivels his head back inside his rary prison, glaring up at you again with beady eye, unrepentant. Examine Bitey. The wires of the fence look sharp, but they tangle in his wool before they get close to the skin. What's more, there's one wire in particular that runs across under his chin in perfect height for him to rest his head on. He actually seems quite comfortable. Try to push Bitey's head back through the gap. Seriously, the way to fix this is just to remove that wire or just realize he's not actually stuck and leave him alone. He doesn't take kindly to you having hands on his face. It's a short, sharp struggle as he tries to catch the flat skin of your palms between his teeth. But finally he's free of the fence and you're unscathed. He huffs and steps gently out of his own mounting pile of filth. Okay. This is the tub Sean asked you to fill. There's a bucket and a hose nearby hooked up to the water tank. Fill the bathtub. The tub is filled it's mostly water. Every farmer's heyday starts here. Oh, what's up with the mannequin, but... Apply oil to the parts that look rusty. You apply oil liberally and everything that looks stuck. Something behind the vanes clicks, and the rotor slowly begins to turn. I should go kick it again just for the hell of it. I picked up all the manure. Awesome. Hope you use gloves, he grins. Just kidding. When you're done with everything else, you can get to help me with the run in town. I got the windmill working. You're kidding me, you bloody ripper. That'll make a hell of a difference on the books. We've been paying the dew farmers prices, but it's been putting us in the red for months. Next time there's a slaughter, that'll set you up with some good potatoes, that's for sure. Why would I get potatoes after a slaughter? Shouldn't I get some mutton? I filled the water trough. So I saw, thanks, that'll help them blighters from getting parched during the nights. Bitey seems particularly comfortable with his head on the fence. I think he likes it there. Figured out a little charade, did ya? You keep paying attention to your animals like that and you're going to make a fine stockman now. Did he bite you? Yeah, nah. Too fast for the bugger to... Eh? Keep an eye on him. He'll get you when you least expect it. Too fast for the bugger, eh? Check, 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 check. Good work, mate. Now we got to get Limpy here sorted, and we can be on our way to town with that manure. Alright, I gotta move a cat that's on my lap at being a pest. Feel around the joint for lumps. The ewe tries to jerk her leg away from your fingers. You find tight nodules of muscle, but it moves only weakly. Sean watches you and the nodes. Good start. Test the leg by straightening it. Careful there, mate. Don't want to make it worse. What do you think the problem is? Looks like a moderate sprain. My thoughts exactly. I was pretty sure, but never hurts to get a second opinion, thanks. As for treatment, bind it, rest it, and if we had any, I'd say ice it. He looks up, judging the time of day. Say it'll be in the middle of prepping for the evening rush. I'll ask her tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll get Limpy's here set up to rest. Let's wrap that leg, little one. Now with Limpy sorted, we can be on our way into town with that manure. Lovely work, eh, mate? Let's get this back to Alana. She's gonna be tickled pink. Alana? Yeah, Jess's mom. Tends to the garden in the middle of town. You'll meet her in a minute. Let's go. Head to town with Sean. Sean gives her a big grin. We brought you more X food for our future food. He pats the bucket. Ought to do you for. The sound of gunfire pops and crackles in the distance, coming from the direction of Tyler's farm. Sean's hand falls to the pistol on his hip, then he's running back towards the gate. Optimal range. Different weapons are more effective depending on the distance from the target. Pistols and shotguns work well up close. Rifles from medium distance. Sniper rifles better from a little further away. Experiment with different weapons at varying distances to work out what the optimal range. Your shooting mastery and deadeye skills will also affect damage and accuracy as you improve them. So, this is definitely a pistol. I'm not sure if that... I think that's a rifle. Alright. I didn't understand what I was doing, so I wasted that turn by... Wonder if I should move over here. Alright. I'll switch my rifle. Target's out of range. Critical is 16, alright. John kneeling over the corpse of a stranger, swiftly removing anything of value. You think you see a leg twitch, but John doesn't seem so much give it as a second glance. Sean, Dad! He scans the farm, gun in hand, before making his way to stand between John and the other gate. What happened? They caught me taking a leak. Thought they'd get me with my pants were down. 2 of them got away with half the sheep, though. He stands and grimaces. His right sleeve is red with blood. Go see Mom, you're hurt. John opens his mouth to protest, then winces. We need those sheep back, son. He seems to communicate something to Sean, but you're not sure what. Sean gives a curt nod, and John turns towards Brookton. A few more stitches should do the trick. I'll see you that side. There's a poacher in town in a cage. Dead ringer. This looks like a lot like his lot. If the tactics are anything to go by, go see what info you can get out of him. I'll check for clues here. A revolver, $5, and some bandages. Take all. Alright. Party inventory. The party inventory shows you your party's equipped items, money, and goods you collected along your journey. This serves as a shared stash of items, but is not accessible within combat, so make sure to equip your character with weapons and utility items before battle. Equipping items. To equip and unequip items, you move them to the correct slots. For example, you could use left click to drag and drop a hunting rifle from your inventory over the pistol to replace it. If you wish to split a stack of an item, right click and drag it to move only one item of that type. Alright, so let's see what I have equipped. I have a hunting rifle and a hunting knife. So I'm gonna get rid of this knife and replace it with a pistol. I don't see any ammo in here. A hat. Put on a hat. Drop beer. Huh. Small first aid kit. Yeasty spread sandwich. The real thing, albeit one of the most diverse objects that never restores. Alright. Now, how do I get to Brookton? I think I came in from over there, so maybe I have to go this way? The map. Map shows you an elevated view of your current location with unexplored areas hidden behind the fog of war. It displays landmarks that you've came across while in the area and helps you plan where to go next. Alright, so... D. Show labels. Albany, Gingen, Meekathorn, and Taylor's Farm, huh? There we go. Dead ringer. Uh-oh. The blood-splattered raider scrambles to his feet as you approach, gripping the chain link of this cage. I had no trouble when I see it. Your gang hit Tyler's farm. Tell me where to find him. They hit the farm, he whistles low and long. Chris must be getting comfy with them big old boots. A slight grit comes to his face. What's in it for me? People will starve if we don't get those sheep back. You'll starve. Don't know if you noticed, but I'm not exactly rolling in Meals on Wheels here as it is. Tell you what, he runs his fingers across the chain link, thinking. Bring me something to keep me going until we can talk to the head honcho about getting me out of here. A beer. It's bloody hot out here. Buy in here and give him a beer. Fucking A. Beautiful. They want to go north, opposite direction you'd expect, but you'll need to be fast if it's who I think it is. They drive sheep like bats out of hell. I guess a beer isn't a bad price to pay for information. Yeah, the art style is kind of semi-oil painting, but they didn't really commit to it. I think it would be better if they actually fully committed to the oil painting's art style. Sean, what do you have to say? He said they would have gone north. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's the only lead we have. He rubs the back of his neck. Look, I've got to stay here, clean up the farm, and check on Dad. You go on ahead. Did you find anything else? Nothing worth following them up on. They know how to cover their tracks, no surprise. Thought we might get lucky, though. I'll get the sheep back, don't worry. I trust you. Bring them home. Careful out there. We want you back here in one piece. Head out.
Two dusty figures stand in the distance having a heated conversation. You can't hear everything they're saying, but the name Alderside comes up repeatedly. You're able to get quite close before they notice you. As you approach the sheep, however, they suddenly fall silent.
Hey, you. The woman glowers at you, sun-chapped, cheeks red and angry. Just stay back, all right? Awareness success. I can see you're unarmed. Then I reckon you can also see that I don't need a gun to deal with the likes of you. Now just hold on a tick. Despite appearances to the contrary, my partner and I can be reasonable. Let's hear each other out. He gives the woman a cautioning glance. Raiders attacked Tyler's farm this morning and made off with most of their sheep. So they went after Brookton too. They hit Alderside a few days ago. Never dreamed they'd try their luck with the Tylers. This is bad. No shit. Who are you? I'm Norman. This is Sue. Musketeers for Alderside. Are these your sheep? They are now. Can I look at the sheep? She looks at Norman, who nods imperious. Alright, but no funny business. Examine their ears for markings. There are quite a few different earmarks from all communities in the area. You spell Alderside, Pigley, and even, of course, Tyler's Farm, a third from each place. 30 ship in total, probably the stragglers left behind to starve. Some of these sheep have Taylor Farms brands on them. Shit, he rubs his jaw and looks at his partner. Sure, you said you checked them? Didn't you tell me you knew? Of course I bloody did. Brookton's our ally, but so what? We don't get these sheep back to Alderside. You can kiss little Calamity's sweet round tummy goodbye, Norm. No more food for tiny bellies. Is that what you want? Sue, he groans again. This ain't who we are. No, her reply is cruel and honest. That's who we need to be. These are someone else's sheep, and you're stealing them. If the roles were reversed, would you want them back too, wouldn't you? Oh, really? Well, the roles aren't reversed, mate. Now, Sue. No, I think it's time for us to go. If you're all done trying to appeal to my better nature, there it is. I can tell your nerves are shot, but take these sheep back to Alderside and I'll send Sean or John to negotiate tomorrow. You serious? Thanks, I mean it. If you ever in Alderside, I'll buy you a beer. Travel to Tyler's farm. Nick, when you arrive back at the farm, an austere man in a bright blue coat is talking to Sean and John. He looks up at you as you approach. Well, this is a fucking disaster, isn't it? I thought you said this new farmhand showed a lot of promise. Something must have gone wrong. He looks at you, unspoken question hanging in the air. Some of your sheep were there, but it seemed like it'd be more diplomatic to sort it out once all the sheep were safely behind some walls. Ah, diplomacy, he makes a silent appeal to Sean and John. I hadn't realized we were standing on ceremony with a bunch of fucking poachers. These are not poachers, they were musketeers, Sue and Norm from Alderside. Didn't feel like sharing that piece of information up front, did you? You didn't let me finish talking.
Fair enough. At least you got a bit of backbone to you.
You did well keeping a cool head in that kind of situation. Dad and I'll go to Alderside in the morning and see how about getting our sheep back. Could have been worse.
We're done blowing smoke up each other's asses. I've got business to attend to.
With a jaunty salute, he heads off towards Brooktown. Whistling, Sean and John look at each other and nod at you, then go their separate ways. Alright, since I've already been in a fight, I don't see much point in practicing shooting right now. So I'm just going to move on. Stranger, always happy to see a new face out here. Hope the road's been treating you well. What do you do with your camels when you're not traveling? Bob and Don hang out at the Tyler's farm with the other camels and sheep. I think they like that company. What's there to do around here? Drink and shoot the shit. Most people don't stay long. They come to the Big Smoke for one reason or another, then go on with their lives. Those who do stay tend to have families, though. Who are you? Jess Brown, Barter Crew. I scour the outback for hidden gems and bring them back to the people of Brooktown. Do you come here often? Well, I live here, so yeah. What do you do? I drive a camel cart between Brookton and Kokeby. As part of the permanent trade route, occasionally I chance it and sleep out under the stars, but only when I know I won't get caught. Do you need anything? Nothing at the mo, but thanks for asking. Have a good one. Right back at you. I can't pet the kitty. That's a shame. Railroad tracks look to be in decent condition. I wonder if the trains still run. Some vendors. There's Mick. John let you off for the night, has he? Want to hear more about this showdown with Aldersyth, but I'd do my best thinking after a beer or two. Pub's right there. Unless you got a few more chores you need to wrap. Nah, let's go grab a beer. You'll get no argument from me. Excuse me, I just need a moment of your time. The speaker is a tall, broad-shouldered man, well-groomed with a gold necklace and gold bracelet glittering in the sun. Despite his size, he moves with a fluid grace. He reminds you of nothing so much as a big cat. Attractive, smiling, and dangerous as hell. Remain silent. Spit it out, then. My name's James Wakefield. I'm glad to have met you, Mr. Jones, as I come bearing a proposition for you and your people. Proposition? Better make it quick, mate. Let me be plain then. I come from a powerful community to the east. We're rebuilding civilization, and we'd like to invite Brooktown to be part of that effort. Join us and we can end the age of grubbing through the relics of the past. Join us and we can usher in an age of miracles. You want us to bow and script to someone who's never even looked our way before? Who never had the good graces to come and say hello himself? Civilization. And what do we get out of it, pray tell? Civilization will bring the rains, fill the fields with wheat again? What happens if we say no? Civilization sounds great, but devil's in the detail, and most people get trampled underfoot. Ah, up to pretty analogs, are we? The adults are talking, kid. We got nothing but your word to go by, mate. Show us some of these miracles if you're so keen to bring us into the fold. Mr. Jones, I wasn't sent to make an offer. I'm a messenger, not a diplomat. If it's pretty words you're after, I'm not the man I thought you were. Well, Mr. Not a Diplomat, why don't you go piss off back home and tell your overlords that if they want us kissing their boots, they're gonna have to prove those boots are worth the tongue. Till they can answer. Till they can. Okay. They're going to have to prove those boots are worth the tongue. Till they can, answers a hard no. I must ask one more time. We can offer your people many things. Food, water, protection, freedom from want or care. The future is limitless possibilities rather than scratching out a living on the edges of darkness. Sounds like the guy is offering utopia. Yeah, the only way anyone's free from want or care is if they're dead. A truth held by those who have gone wanting all their lives, but not a fate to condemn others too surely. You seem to know a lot about us for someone we've never met before. He gives you a small smile. Perhaps if your companions showed as much introspection, they wouldn't have been so quick to resort to aggression. Mate, you're about to get a boot polish where the sun don't shine if you don't take a hit and rack off. No need to be rude. You've made your choice clear. My duty is to ask, and so I have done. Be assured I shall sleep soundly tonight. Good evening to you all. Tomorrow we can send someone to follow his tracks and find out where he came from. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh, I'm gonna need a beer or 5 after that ordeal.
This wrangling woman's face is careworn, her skin is toughened by a harsh Australian sun, her clothes are perfect for stalking the bush, and her gun grip is polished by years of use. She spares you a quick, assessing glance and carries on with her conversation. Hey, Ella, Mitchie, this is Empty. You just started at the farm today. Empty, Ella, and Mitchie are with the scouts in Belly Hall. Good day. Been a hell of a day, yeah? We gotta head back and spell
She'll have got
man.
busy sitting up in that nest by her lonesome for hours.
I was actually planning to head to the pub like you said. It's been a hell of a day.
Pub o'clock, yeah? I'm parched. Hope we'll see you in there.
Don't be a bloody idiot. You're having a night at the Arms. We're taking the truck. You can walk back home. Ripper, I'll see you in the morning, El. Bit of a hike to Bali, isn't it? I do 'em good. They can walk off the hangover. Right, Missy, let's pack it in. We got a free ride home. And like I said, Matt'll getting pissy about being left out of all the action. To be fair, I thought today would be less eventful, but yeah, time to go. Look, Ella, here's some facts that you may have conveniently forgotten. 1, this may surprise you, but you're not my mom. 2, I'm an adult and capable of making my own decisions. Tonight, I choose to hit the pub. And hey, there's point 3. Listen, my mind's made up. I'm having a few drinks, not planning to get wasted. Cut me some slack. And mate, we saved that box at Key Road today. Can you understand that? We saved an innocent life. That's fucking worth a beer in my book. Besides, we did a lot of work for the community today. Let them celebrate with us a little. We all in this together after all. Plus, we know Tyler's farm was raided today. What if they come back? What if they want revenge? Brooktown needs guns, and I'm happy to have a pint and stand guard. Resolve, success, remain silent. Brookton's got him handhelded, Miss She. They don't need our guns here. Come on. Why are you so dead set on staying? Jonesy promised to buy me a beer, and you know how I feel about free beer. You pulling my leg, Jonesy? Kid, we got stories about Jonesy that'll curl your pubes, assuming you have any. Broken hearts and regrets will leave scars that don't heal for a long time. You should head home. Damn straight, don't make the mistake of a dozen young Sheila's made, Missy. Don't. It didn't end well.
Anyway, Dreamer, I'm gone. I'd say don't do anything I wouldn't, But you're already way past that point if you're keen on a dickhead like Henry. I'll tell Matt you're drinking her beer.
Rough. At least you weren't trying to be my dad. Alright, public lock it is. You coming? Alright, I'm going to call this episode to an end here. Thank you very much for watching.